Hello and welcome again to this channel. This is Wafushi Media, the #1 channel in Europe. When I started this channel, my main intention was to open up Europe by providing information to people around the world and specifically Kenya. Because for the last 2 years, when I came to Europe, many of my friends were asking me how Europe is all about, how studies are, how life is all about, and some were even interested to come and study here in Europe, but they couldn't find information or how to go about on joining universities in Europe. So each day I could get a call, 2 days I could get calls, like every day I could get a call asking me what is the environment there, what is the time, which activities are you doing, and all these sorts of questions. And now I thought of it what about providing this information in a very broad a view that everyone, not only who know me but other people even who doesn't know me, can be able to access this information and be helpful to them. And that's how Wafula that's how Wafushi Media was born. So this is actually my third week providing information concerning Europe, lifestyle activities going on here and there. And majorly I like really to focus on opportunities job opportunities and also joining universities here. Today I'm very happy to record this video specifically concerning the messages I have received from several viewers who are interested to study in Slovakia. The reason why I'm happy is because when I started this channel, I never knew that people could be interested and what they only lack was information. People are interested actually to study abroad, but what they lack is information. And by providing this information, I not only believe that I will be impacting people's life in maybe making a decision, but also trying also to open up Kenya to other places. And I believe this channel will be a good media channel to Kenyans who really want to study in Europe, and what they only lack is information. I will be willing to provide any information concerning studies. So there are repetitive questions they have really asked me, and I thought it would be better to make a video for this. And I'm going first to go through all the questions, and then later on I'll discuss on them one by one. The first question was the age limit for you to get a visa. The other question was about the proof of fund while in the embassy, like how much you need to have in your account for you to get a visa. And they also asked about at what point do you need to pay your school fees, when you get a visa or after the visa or during the visa. And I'm going to go through these questions one by one, so be with me and follow until the end to see what you need to do at each particular point. And I would like actually to ask you that as we grow, now we are at 94 subscribers, I'd like to ask you to support this movement by subscribing and liking it. It will be really great if you subscribe and like it, because it will enable many people actually to know about the kind of information we are sharing here, and it will be very, very helpful. For sure, it was really great speaking to someone, even the parents were really happy. Some were really happy to hear that someone is giving information for free and this kind of sort. It really impressed me, and that's actually the main reason I was motivated to make this video out today. So like it, subscribe. We start with the first question, proof of funds. At the embassy, they will require you to provide a bank statement proving that you will be able to support yourself. At this point, you need around to have in account like from 6,000 to 9,000 euros. And this can be done in two ways. Either you can have your money like on your account, and also you can also have like a sponsor. If you have a sponsor, he or she needs to feel like an affidavit, sign it to prove that he will be able to support you during your stay. And I'm also going to say something interesting about the proof of funds, like this while in Kenya before you get a visa. But once you are in Slovakia, you not need 6 to 9,000, but you need like 3,000 to process your student card, like for you to get the residence card here. So keep this in mind that you might not require the whole of it while in Slovakia, but it's good to prove to them that you will be able to support yourself while in Kenya. So you can look for means to finance yourself while in Kenya and see how you can do it again while in Slovakia. At what point do you need to pay school fees? Is it during the visa process or after the visa process or while in Slovakia? To this, I'll say that it will depend on at what point or what time you have gotten your admission letter, because if you get the admission letter late and maybe school starts immediately, you will be required to pay school fees while in Kenya, because studies will have started and now you could be able to join studying online. But if you get the admission letter in good time and you process your visa, you can come and still and pay your school fees while in Slovakia. So you need to also keep this in mind. And also another question touching on school fees, like how much you need to pay per year or maybe per semester, something like this. Like school fees in Slovakia is paid per year, but I can also ask you that you can also have like personal arrangements with the university. I have had this kind of discussion with other students that you can talk to the university directly, engage the university directly if you have like financial constraints, so that you can have an arrangement maybe on installment terms, like how much you need to pay per specific period as agreed. Now I'm going to talk about the age, like at what age someone needs to study in Slovakia. I'll tell you that the university doesn't restrict on what particular age one is supposed to join the university. But on the visa, I think they follow the visa requirements and all what you need. If you provide everything, I think you'll be able to be facilitated with the visa to come to Slovakia. And also maybe the last question was if someone pays school fees and maybe is denied a visa, what happens or what will be his fate or her fate in that case? To this, I can say that if you pay your school fees and in one way or another you are denied a visa because of any reason, like the university will find you back the money, because actually last year one student, not from Kenya, but one student got admission, had everything to do with school, but for whatever reasons he was denied the visa. But he was refunded the money when he requested the university, and the money was back to his account. So I think this could not be a problem, or if you are willing to study, it should not be a problem that maybe your money could go wasted or something like this. Only on the application fee could not be refunded, but the tuition fee, if you pay tuition fee while in Kenya and in one way or another you don't get a visa, they will refund you back your money. And another question was like if maybe someone pays school fees and doesn't get the visa, what happens? To this, I will say that I think last year we had similar incident where a guy, it was a lady, got like admission, everything was good. She had paid school fees, even she had paid accommodation. But I don't know for what reasons she was not able to get a visa. Like she was referred that maybe she come later because of the COVID-19 and something like this. But she was refunded back the money like within a month, both the accommodation money and tuition fee. This one I can bear like witness because I was involved in the process. And the other question was like the job opportunities for students and something like this. Like in Slovakia, we have like job opportunities for students. They call them brigadu. In this brigadu, like these student jobs, they pay per hour depending on how many hours you are going to work, and there are various jobs, and depending on the job, it also depends on the pay. So if you have free time, you can work during your free time or maybe during weekend. But some you work through agents, but some maybe you can work through to the company directly. So I thought this information could be helpful to someone who may also be seeking to study and is not clear about how to pay fees, when to pay fees, or the amount of money they need to be in account for them to process the visa. Okay, before I forget, it's about the age factor, like at what age maybe you need to come to Slovakia. The university will not limit you, like not subject you to age, like which age you need to be admitted. Because I have a classmate doing a master's, but he's 56 years old, so I believe that age is not a factor. But again, I tend to think that if you provide all this information to the embassy and everything is okay, I don't think they will be able to deny the visa depending on the age. I think all the questions I have answered. So thank you for watching, and I hope it will be helpful at least to one person, and it will be really good if it's pushed further by liking so that many people can also reach this kind of information. Thank you. Bye. So just before I forget, the last thing was about jobs in Slovakia. Like as student, you can work like on student support jobs. They are usually called precadu, and on these jobs you are paid per hour. So depending on the job, they vary. You'll get to know how much you get paid. They pay per week, some pay per month. So it depends on which job you can get this job, or also as a student you can also apply for official jobs like in companies. And if you get the job, you can change your student status to a work permit. I've covered all the questions, and if anyone feels doubt or is not sufficient enough, you can comment on this video, and we will be see how much deeper we can go on providing the information. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like so that we can grow as we approach Christmas. Thank you so much.